Alright! Welcome back to the channel. So real quick, I had a coworker, or guy at my work, who's thinking about potentially getting a motorcycle. And he asked, it was a good question. He's like, so, looking at getting a bike, what should I look for, and should I wait for good weather? Well, first off, for your first bike, I would not go out and spend a ton of money on a really expensive bike that you might end up either A, wrecking. We gotta be honest, that happens a lot. And two, potentially not liking. Like, that's another, reality that could be. Is that maybe you decide a motorcycle just isn't for you. And if, and you don't want to have a ton of money invested in a motorcycle that you might not like or want, or that you accidentally wreck because you're learning. And what I mean by wreck is like not totaled, right? Like that's definitely potential, but more importantly, like just dropping on its side, scratching up the fairings, maybe breaking a clip-on, or something along those lines. Not catastrophically, wrecking the bike, but damaging it. All right, these things happen. All right. But so I'm like, you can find a decent bike for between $2,000 and $3,000 that you can learn on. All right, Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, or anything for that matter. Oh, let's Yakima. So. That's important. I told him also, make sure that you save some money, that make sure that you set aside some money for good gear. And I would say set aside about $1,000. And he looked at me all crazy. He's like, well, that's a lot, man. But the reality is, how much value do you put in your body? How much value do you put in yourself? And he was like, whoa, okay, all right. I'm like, one, you want to protect your pumpkin. All right? You want to protect your noggin. Make sure that you don't go and screw it up by having a cheap helmet. Like, a really cheap helmet. The other thing... Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate ya. The other thing too is a cheap helmet doesn't have the best visors. Like this one right here's got a pin lock. I had a really cheap helmet that I bought off Amazon for like, I don't know, between $40 or $60. That I originally purchased for drag racing one of my cars. And I didn't really use the visor. And if I did, it wasn't for very long. But I tell you what, once I tried to use it riding a motorcycle, holy crap, man. I instantly regretted it. Because as soon as you get out in cold temperatures or anything, you're breathing, it fogs up. Alright, so visibility. Something that a lot of people don't pay attention to when they buy a helmet, because they're like, oh yeah, I bought a helmet. I got a helmet. It's going to protect my head. But you also use the helmet on most sport bikes. Visibility also blocks the wind. So you got to keep that in mind. Alright, the other thing is a riding jacket, riding pants, and boots, and gloves. Alright, all those things cost money. Boots could cost you about $100. Gloves, decent pair of gloves, cost you $100. Pants and a jacket, you're looking at about $250 each. And we're talking like low end, man. We're not even talking like high end, like leathers. Alright? And this is for here in Washington, where I ride. You're going to need cold weather gear for most of the year. And with cold weather gear, you know, it's got a thermal liner. You know, it's got like a polyester or Gore-Tex shell. You know, waterproof, because it rains a lot here, so it's going to cost more. But like I said, where's your value going to be at? All right, in yourself. So that's something I tell everybody who's looking at riding, you know. And then the other important thing to consider is what time of the year should you buy a motorcycle? And a lot of people who, you know, they thought they wanted to ride a motorcycle during the summertime, now realize they didn't, or they had it last riding season and they didn't ride it. Well, they're looking to sell it. Look during the wintertime. Put up an ad saying, hey, looking for a motorcycle. Or browse, you know, what people have listed right now. You're going to find a good deal, most likely. Whereas if you wait until springtime, or right at the end of wintertime, you know, that's when prices are going to go up. Things are going to be, you know, there's going to be more demand in spring and during the summer. So, I figured that was a good conversation I had with him. That would be really good for the channel as well. You know, maybe somebody else would be interested in this little tidbit of information from an experienced rider. But don't buy it for your very first bike. If you've never ridden a motorcycle before, zero experience, don't go buying a really expensive motorcycle. Buy something to learn on. You know, don't go out and buy a 1000cc motorcycle that's got 150 horsepower if you've never driven you know, if you haven't even driven sports cars. Motorcycles are way different. And another thing I explained to him is that the visceral feeling of acceleration on a motorcycle is way different than that of your car. As well as the handling dynamics. Get yourself something smaller, you know. It's 600s nowadays, or even a very powerful motorcycle. But, you know, don't let your ego get in the way, you know. There's a lot of little 300s that go for, you know, fairly cheap, even almost brand new. They're fairly cheap, and it's not going to make your penis look small. Alright? Get on it. Buy it. It's not very expensive. Ride it around for a little bit. Get comfortable. Then look at upgrading. You know? But also, you don't want to buy something that you know, if something happens, you know, you're going to be really pissed off about it, you know, and it's going to cost you a lot of money to replace. But, alright, I'll catch y'all on the next ride.